Have you ever run over Reggie Carter in practice?
Nah, he been taking some shots at me lately in practice. But been physical, competing against each other. It's been great.
So he's bringing it kind of like he did before, a little tentative?
Oh yeah, I think he's happy to be back on the field. You can kind of see it. Very competitive guy. Just out there. I guess he's happy to be back on the field.
What's it been like for you to pretty much get all the carries right now?
Oh, it's tough, but on the positive side, it actually helping me out, getting conditioned, getting my weight down, getting back in shape the right way, just making me a better football player overall.
Differences in the run game. I mean, I see you guys practicing more on the true draw play out there and things like that. Are there some different runs in the offense than you guys did last year?
There are different runs, but some of them are similar. But I'll say the biggest thing is that we got a whole period where we take time as a teach period. We actually slow things down and get the line on the same page as the tight ends and the receivers, and everybody just get on the same page. And we kind of just walking through the whole period and learning the playbook, learning the actual play, how we should block it, or how it should be ran.
Have you and Tay kind of talked about the fact that you guys are pretty much only healthy running backs at this point?
We haven't talked about it, but we know. I mean, we know we're the only running backs that's really healthy. But we kind of just got to push through it.
In terms of Nick, you guys are closest friends as well. I mean, what's his mentality in terms of being able to get out there and practice and put on the pads and be with you guys? Is this something you can tell he's kind of happy to be able to do?
Oh yeah, he's a very positive guy. Happy to be out there around the guys. Really, having his own little script. Moving around a little bit, and I think he's very excited to come back very soon.
Does it impress you to see him out there already mixing it up a little bit?
It don't impress me because it's expected. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are expecting it, but that's the type of kid he is. He's a hard worker, so great things gonna come to him.
When you talk about that period that you were mentioning a minute ago about where you guys kind of all get together and it's a teach period and you slow things down, what has that specifically done for you in terms of learning this offense? Has it helped you catch on quicker?
Oh yes, it helped me catch on quicker. It helped me learn the blocking schemes, where my blocks are actually coming from, not just running the football, looking for holes. But in that aspect, it just kind of helped me become a better running back.
Do you have anything in the way of a relationship with Elijah Holyfield yet, and giving him any tips? Because obviously you guys are going to need him pretty quick this next fall.
I haven't gave him any tips. I see him, certain weekends he come up. Just try to have regular conversations. He's a very good guy, from what I encountered from him, but nothing really. I never really got a chance to give him tips, but as soon as he get on campus, I'm sure a lot of the guys be there for him and give him a lot of tips.
You see him being able to help or right away? Any freshmen haven't been through what you have?
As long as they come in and work hard, yeah, they'll be able to come in and contribute to this team.
I know it's early in the install, but is there anything that you see from not only the blocking up front, but also just Coach Chaney, what he's given you guys that excites you in terms of what it can mean for you?
The thing is, going through these different installments, I just realized, Coach Chaney, he's a very smart guy. I'm not as smart as him, so I try to keep up with him. I try to keep up with his terminology and, just try to learn it as best as I can. But from me seeing him as that dominant and smart, I kind of respect it, and I kind of just, I'm just going to follow his lead.
He's got a reputation for having a pretty big personality. I mean, he's very loud out there when in practice and things like that. What's he like in those rooms? Does that personality and humor kind of come through?
Yeah, it's opposite. He's loud on the field, but he's very humorous in the film room. He's going to teach the playbook. He's going to, crack some jokes and just kind of make it a fun experience.
You talked about Chaney's terminology. For you, has that been one of the harder aspects of all the changes? Kind of keep up with them?
Yes, it is, because it's almost like classwork. You got to actually sit down and study it. Some of the past playbooks, it's kind of easier that you can kind of put things together. But this playbook, you got to actually study it and, dissect it a little bit.
Alex Collins is a South Florida guy just like you. Have you had a chance to pick his brain at all about playing under Chaney?
No, I actually haven't talked to him recently, ever since we got Chaney. But I just see what Chaney did with him, those guys, and a few other backs, and it's exciting.
Did you have a chance to talk with anybody though that had experience with him before?
No, not actually. No, not yet.
Do you look at that season where Alex Collins and Jonathan Williams rushed for 1,000 yards? I mean, I know you guys aren't back looking at numbers or anything, but do you kind of see those results from Coach Chaney and think that And then maybe you guys can do something like that. Maybe you and Nick can do something like that. Have a couple of 1,000-yard seasons.
Oh yeah, I have great. I believe that both of us can have great seasons next year, and especially with Coach Chaney and the offensive line and those guys having the teammates that we have now. They're gonna take us to that promised land.